As actors, there are hundreds of things that we have to worry about every single day that may prevent us from getting a job. But there's one thing that I learned over the course of the last 5 years that will always prevent you from getting a job, no matter how many skills that you have, and that is your mindset. Welcome to the first episode of a series where we're going to be going over different mindset shifts that you need to undergo in order to become an actual working actor. And this one is one of the most pervasive, and I see it especially now in the era of social media. And that is simply you have enough knowledge. In the early 2000s, when YouTube really started blowing up, I wanted to be a photographer. This is not early 2000s, it's like 2000, probably 15. So I studied. I was online for hours. Maddie Hapoya, Peter McKinnon, I watched all of them. I was learning so much information. And I remember I got my first client gig. I was super excited, super nervous. I could feel in the pit of my stomach, the nerves were making me tremble and shake as I went out. I had my camera, I had the knowledge, I knew what all of the settings should be, and I went out. And they weren't paying me a lot of money, but I was just super excited for the opportunity. So I went out and I started snapping off pictures. The session was over, everyone was laughing and talking, and it went super well until I got back into my car and I started looking at the photos, and they were all terrible. I mean, the skin tones were blown out, the backgrounds were completely gone, the depth of field were so thin you couldn't actually see who the people really even were. It was terrible. But I had all of the knowledge. I had none of the execution because I was never actually practicing. You see, when we're kids and we first learn how to walk, we don't do so by learning what's the perfect gait, how to perfectly position our feet. We start walking until we fall, and then we get back up, and then we try again. Same with riding a bike. We don't look up pedal mechanics, the perfect way to mount your bike every time. We don't know that. We practice, we fall off, we hopefully get back up, and we keep going. You have enough knowledge. The first mindset shift is something that took me the longest time, and that is, unless you are actually actively practicing this stuff, you will never become an actor. You will be someone with a lot of knowledge on how to act, but that doesn't mean that you will ever be able to actually do it. You need to be giving yourself permission to make your own projects, getting in front of a microphone and actually recording yourself, going online and finding those free, fun college student projects and putting yourself out there, auditioning on the regular for things, even if you feel like they're outside of your scope and outside your wheelhouse, because that's how you actually put together the real life skills in order to become an actor. Not just somebody who knows a lot of stuff about acting. And yes, there is a difference. You see, when I first got started, I studied everything, just like I did with photography. I guess I didn't learn my lesson. I knew about all the teachers, whether that be Stella Adler, Meisler, Stanislavski. I knew about all of the different methods, imagination work, repetition. I knew about the different tones, authoritative versus down to earth versus conversational versus guy next door. I knew about all the different approaches, whether that be different styles of animation and how to approach animation versus video game. I knew about all of this, but I was not getting work, because I didn't know how to actually apply any of the stuff. So I'm giving you permission to actually start. I say it at the end of my videos, and I say it might sound comedic, but I'm dead serious when I say get outside, touch grass, read a book, practice. Because you can't become who I know you can be in a vacuum by yourself. It takes you studying and practicing and actually applying the skills in order to become a journeyman actor, which I know is what you want to be. So get out there. I'm giving you permission. And like I say in every video, drink water, get outside, touch grass, Read a book of poetry, for God's sake, and stay creative.